Good morning. Good morning. Another live trading session today. We are looking at the same exact things: gold, Nasdaq, and US 30. Basically, just waiting to see if an opportunity presents itself today. Markets just opened at 8:30, so we are going to sit on our hands and see what the market presents for us today. Again, on my other screen, I have the news sentiment pulled up. FX Factory is showing that we have no high impact news today. And we also have CNBC reports that just came out, which show that the US 30 sentiment for today came out bearish. It's showing that the NASDAQ sentiment for today also came out bearish. And then, give me 1 second, I'm pulling up the gold report. It also shows that the gold sentiment for today has come out bullish. So, again, we're sitting on our hands right now, but if we see any opportunities, I will come back and update. Okay, a little update because we're about 15 minutes into the session. Gold isn't really doing too much right now. We see 8:30 open, and we see that we're just making bullish and bearish candles at the moment, but we haven't created any form of structure in order to respect or to take any entries off of. We have YM, which I'm actually kind of interested in this. We saw YM had created this high of the day with this 110 candle. The 110 a.m. candle created the high of the day today. And then we seen 8:30 open. We seen 8:30 have a huge bearish candle. That bearish candle just took out the low of the day as well. That was created at 5 a.m. And then now we're seeing structure, after sweeping that low, we see structure creating bullish price action. If we can get some form of fair value gap with this 8:45 candle, we'll try and look to take those buys. But as of right now, again, we're still just sitting on our hands, allowing price action to align with what it wants to do. And then we have NASDAQ as well. And NASDAQ, I'm not really too interested in. NASDAQ created this low of the day here at 2:40 a.m. We then saw 8:30 a.m. open, and instantly that 8:30 candle that opened broke the current high of the day. That current high of the day was resting at 7:20 a.m. And we saw that bullish candle break straight through that. So now our next objective for that would technically be the resting highs that are up here. And then going into that previous high of the week that we saw last week structure form. But we'll see what it wants to do here. I personally wouldn't want to take bulls because this bullish fair value gap is very big. It's a very large range for a bullish fair value gap. And so even if you get a good entry, even if you were to get an entry here, realistically speaking, stop loss would have to be below the low, and that's a 100-point stop on NASDAQ. So I definitely wouldn't take that. And so, yeah, still just sitting on our hands, waiting to see if any opportunities present themselves. Okay, so the way the price is setting up, I am looking at these buys here on MY. Let's see if we can set these up real quick. 39451. It might miss here. Doesn't look like it wants to dig far enough into this fair value gap before making this run. If we break this high here, this invalidates this trade, especially with the choppy price action that it's sitting inside of right now. But we will see what price wants to do. As you can see, this is now invalid. We already broke the high of the day now before respecting the fair value gap. So we'll continue to sit on our hands and see if any other opportunities present themselves. Okay, so potentially looking at another opportunity. We do still have 3 more minutes left in this 5-minute candle, but if this 5-minute candle can close bullish or with some form of structure, I'll look to take the fair value gap that's forming here, and I'll look for some form of pullback into buys. We do see that price is looking to still continue to go bullish. We also have a key level here at 25,875. And so again, if these things align and this candle actually closes with structure, we'll look to take that fair value gap and then probably aim first target will be above these resting highs here. And then the rest of it will probably be trying to take off at the previous high of the week, given that that is our next objective in price. Okay, so we just took this trade. The premise of this trade, same as always. So we started creating structure, bullish structure since 8:30. We had this huge influx candle that was bullish, and then we had a pullback at 8:45 here that stabbed into that candle. After that pullback, we started making relative structure higher. And like I just talked about, once we started making this relative structure, we were holding this key level here, which was at 25,875. And we also just created this bullish structure here going into the new hour, which is this 9 o'clock hour. And so, again, we're just taking buys off of this fair value gap here. Stop loss below the low of the candle, as always. We have our first liquidity target, which is this high right here, which is where we'll probably look to take the majority of the trade off at this relative high here. And then after that relative high, we also have previous high of the week, which there's a potential for a runner to go up there. Again, with what the other pairs are doing, we know MYM, which is US 30, still going bullish. And then we know gold is stagnant right now. Gold's potentially trying to get this high of the day, but it hasn't created any structure for us to take. So again, this is the most probable trade of today. And so we will sit in this and see what this presents to us. I'm going to continue to hold this just because structure is holding, but I'm not really liking the way that we opened. Ideally speaking, since it is 9 o'clock, I would have hoped for this 9 o'clock candle to hold this fair value gap and then instantly start giving us some form of bullishness. Given that we did get this down close bearish candle, it's not looking the greatest. So we might get stopped out here. But again, I'm just monitoring price to see what it wants to do. But it's looking like we're potentially going to get stopped out here, and price could probably flip to start going bullish. And there you go. So yeah, there's our stop out for today. Again, that fair value gap, we wanted to see that 9 o'clock candle stab into that fair value gap and then instantly start trying to create some form of structure to continue to go bullish. Like we talked about with this opening candle at 8:30, since it was so bullish, we would have expected that momentum to continue. But there's a stop out for today. And again, I'll sit here and see if there's anything left. We have about 45 minutes left in the session, or 55 minutes left in the session. But again, if price doesn't create any more foundations, then we'll probably be done for today. Okay, taking one more trade for today. Again, same exact premise. So we see an 8:30 US 30 open. US 30 broke these lows, and the US 30 created a bullish fair value gap to try and go and take this high of the day. Once we took this high of the day, we saw a sweep, and then price started to drop back. Again, my sentiment is still showing bears for today on US 30, which is the only reason why I'm able to take this short now, because as you see on this bottom level, there's a bullish fair value gap that's sitting here. And I know that this could be pretty strong, and this could take us out, and this could continue to run highs. If we break a fair value gap, then we would look to be getting out of this because we know that this is probably going to hold and then run those highs. But again, what we're looking at now is we have this reversal bearish fair value gap and price that was created, along with the sentiment that we already have. So we're looking to see if we can get any shorts off of this, as well as NQ. NQ got stagnant towards this high. And so since NQ got stagnant towards this high, I want to see if we can actually start to take these lows out. And if we can get this low, then I know that we should probably be able to come down and take out low of the day. But yeah, that's the premise of why we're in this trade right now. And so let's see what happens. I'm monitoring this heavy. I just don't like the way that it's moving. Again, if we're gonna go bearish, I would want to see us shoot bearish. We have 1 minute and 52 seconds left in this candle, and MY or NQ is doing the opposite of what this price action is doing. I'm trying to see if we can sweep this low pretty aggressively. That'll give me a better indication that we actually do want to go bearish. But as of right now, it's kind of just stuck. And if we look at the 1 minute isn't giving us any signs of much bearishness either. We're not holding anything. We're not holding anything in this price leg. And so, again, we would want to see this shoot down, take out this low pretty instantaneously, and then keep stacking because it is 923. But we'll see what price continues to give us. But if we do revert back above the highs, I'll probably be looking to close this out for today. And then we'll just come back tomorrow and look for a better opportunity since this session is already almost over. Yeah, so just like I said, we're probably about to look to close this out. Price is looking to revert those bears or those bulls and actually revert the opposite way. And so we'll probably close this for minimal loss or for a break even on this trade, and then just minimal loss overall today. Just trying to see if we're going to get one more pop. Doesn't look like we're going to get a pop to the downside. Let's see what we're getting here. Again, just looking at this 1 minute candle structure. If this 1 minute candle gets aggressive to the downside, that's what we're looking for. This 1 minute candle can't get any aggression to the downside, then we're looking to get out of that. Just our deciding point. We have about 7 seconds. 7 seconds. We want to see this low broken. If not, I'm getting out of this trade. 2 seconds. And as we can see, not much aggression to the downside. So let's see what we're going to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably pull the trigger in a second. Just again, monitoring this 1 minute candle, seeing what structure is doing on this 1 minute candle. YM's going bullish. I don't like how YM's going bullish, but we are still respecting structure here on US 30. Let's see if we can break this aggressively to the downside and then look to target this objective here. It's low here, 13 seconds left in this candle. Again, this is the low that we're looking at targeting for first raids in order to try and set up some form of structure. 3 seconds left, 4 seconds left. Boom, as we can see, look, we got a rejection at that 1 minute. So we're going to go ahead and close this out for today. Don't like how we're moving sideways. And then I just wanted to kind of record a post update for that trade that we just took on US 30. Again, this is why you monitor price and you look at those increments in price, because you want to be able to get out so that you're not just taking full hits on your stop loss. So as explained, we took that short off of here. Like we talked about, we wanted to see that 920 candle close below the lows of the previous candles, because that would have showed us the momentum that would have needed to take us to the low of the day. But we didn't get that. As we saw in the previous trade, that 1 minute never closed below. So we closed out with a 1% gain. And as we see, this bullish fair value gap is now being respected. And you see price then break the high. That was what had concurrently put us into that bearish fair value gap. And now price is trying to go and attack the new high of the day here. And so we'll probably see price start to extend and then take out this high of the day before 10 o'clock. It's currently 9:39. And so there's about 20 minutes left in the session for it to most likely go and get that high. And then update on the other two pairs. NASDAQ isn't doing anything, still floating sideways. And then we have gold. Gold finally took out that high like we talked about, but there was no structure inside of this price leg in order for us to take bulls and align with this high to get taken. And so that's all the updates for today. And again, we will be back tomorrow for a brand new trading day.